how do we distinguish between soul happiness versus happiness that we have mind and body happiness? And then how do we leverage the mindful breathing to attain to that state where you make your soul happy uh, versus making your mind or body happy?
Mindful breathing. All right. The psychologists talk about hedonic happiness. Hedonic happiness is the joy that I get when someone what to say, someone praises me, or the ice cream that I have, or the wonderful car I've got, right? That's called hedonic happiness, which is usually temporary lived, right? All of us have seen that, right? We aspire for that job, aspire for the place, or aspire for the car, and once you get there, within 2 days, it's all emptiness, right? So that's what I mean. I assume you're referring to as the body or mind happiness, right? And anything that is lasting, right, which is what you're referring to as the soul happiness, or the other word is more about fulfillment, right? So happiness is yeah, everything gives you joy. So we use a word of joy or fulfillment for more the soul happiness. And when the soul doesn't feel fulfilled, that is where it automatically takes you down the path, right, where you need to be, where you need to go to give your soul that happiness or the fulfillment, right? I mean, unless you're preoccupied by mind, right? Now, how do I know this? Right. So that is where, if you look at all the books on mindfulness, mindfulness for me is another level of awareness, right? So we do the simple practice of mindful eating. Some of you know in our retreats, right? So mindful eating is completely aware of your eating with all your five senses, right? And then only focus attention. So attention on the food and eating with all your five senses, right? You're completely absorbed in it. And when you are doing it, automatically, and then I've seen everyone tell that, and then you'll also feel that, is that automatically you stop when your body says stop, right? So you'll not eat more food, right? Usually because we eat additional food, we have the last serving that actually gives us all the trouble later because the mind is telling you, right? But then mindful eating is that aspect, right? So you know, because you're completely focused, your body is giving you signals, your mind is giving you signals, right? And same thing, what the mind or body calls happiness is again because of the interpretation of our mind, right? Which is what Buddha said leads to suffering, right? At some point of time, they're all temporary, right? It comes up and goes on. Whatever mind or body happiness is all temporary, right? So what mindful breathing or mindfulness meditation is increases the level of awareness, right? And we all have been learning awareness along with wisdom. So we know what is true, we know what is false, we know what is temporary, we know what is impermanent, we know what is permanent, right? So it allows us to decipher this mindfulness, or the mindful breathing allows you to gives you that gap between what we say as the trigger and the response, right? That is where we stop, right? And that itself allows you to feel, okay, this is what I need. This is something I don't want, right? And sometimes we strive after certain things that we think will provide us happiness. And at the end, we may not, right? Just because of us being in that mindful state, we know, oh, I went after that. We're able to reflect. I went after that, but that was not the thing that was really valuable for me, right? So then we learned the lesson of let go. If I was not mindful, right, I would have gone through all that. Oh my God, okay, that was not enough. Maybe something else was more. Something else was more. Something else was more. We keep on chasing things, right? So that ability to discern between what is really causing me happiness and what is not, what is the temporary happiness, allows comes through a higher level of consciousness, higher level of awareness, which mindful breathing or mindfulness meditation helps us to do. To us, the sitting part of it, sitting meditation, mindful meditation that we are doing, whatever, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours every day, is to me the net practice. It's a net practice for me to go and play the game of life more mindfully, more aware. When we practice mindfulness, we learn the skill of mindfulness in this 2 hours or 3 hours, so that I'm able to use the skill of mindfulness in everything that I do, right? In my eating, in my interacting with people, in my teamwork, in my volunteering, whatever it is. That's how it has helped me. That's my view.